We live with it. Daily walk, as usual. Let's talk some boxing, man. Teofimo's in his field. Wait for some people to hop on there. Freddie, what up? Hey, Freddie, you had to change your name, man. There's so many pound for pounds out here. There's pound for pounds on Twitter, pound for pounds everywhere. Daily walk, Fred. Trying to trying to get healthy. I do like a little quick 2 miles. Yeah, Tio's in his bag. Come on, YouTube, give out these notifications, man. Let's talk about it. Oh, Dagestan's in the building. Salute to Dagestan, man. Dagestan is definitely doing a thing. Just a bunch of just great fighters, man. Or is it just like that group of? All right, let's talk about it. So, news finally broke that no Teofimo Lopez, no Jaron Ennis. What a surprise! That fight's not happening. Uh, from the beginning that the fight was talked to me, it just made no sense. Gets nothing out of it. Everybody build Tio up in their head that Tio is this two-time lineal champion, which he is, and respect his accomplishments. But just because you are successful at a lower weight class does not mean you'll be successful at a higher weight class. The reality is, Vasyl Lomachenko is, I think he's a two-time lineal champion, and that don't mean he can beat Jaron Ennis. Size does matter in boxing, and Jaron Ennis is not Arnold Barbosa. There's nothing about boxing that leads you to believe that Teofimo Lopez and Jaron Ennis will be a competitive fight. It'll be an ass whooping to the highest proportions. You've seen Teofimo Lopez drop by Sandor Martin and George Kambosos. Up 7 more pounds and fight a big, mean, fast, quick, explosive, skilled monster. Let's call him that. Like, come on, y'all. Some fights, just because one guy's calling for it, doesn't mean they make sense. And here's the truth. Payday. He want payday. He want payday, man. He needs a payday. That's what this is all about. I don't know if y'all peep, but it started with Tank. It started with Crawford. You want to do your little racial epithets, racial slurs, all to drum up attention and get you a payday. Then when it didn't work with Tank and Crawford, you switch the boots. That's the truth. You got one guy that's hungry for a payday, one guy that's hungry for an opportunity, using race to drum up attention so he can get these fights. And I say, fuck him. Because the reality is, if you got to use that stuff to make yourself relevant, then you're just not relevant. We got my man Johnny Ortiz hopping over here. Johnny, what up?
What's good with you?
Ain't shit.
What's popping? What's popping?
Teofimo Lopez upset because he wanted the payday. He want payday.
I just seen
Well,
that on Twitter.
I mean, to me, like people been talking about this fight since before Stanionis. The reality
Yeah,
was this was a thing before Stanionis, but you got one guy that's searching for a big fight. You got one guy that's searching for a payday, and you got another guy trying to make history. Trying to make history in the sense of he's running his play. He wants to unify. He wanted to unify and then move up. If he couldn't get undisputed, then he's not going to entertain the weight class anymore, right?
yeah,
And right now we got to see exactly what is he going to do. Could it be Brian Norman next, or could it be a jump to 54? We don't know.
yeah.
But he's never said that he was going to entertain these smaller guys moving up. What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah. We just gotta see what's in the plans. Um, I personally don't think Norman or Barrios is gonna fight. So 154 might be something in the work.
Oh, HLD, you upset? Payday. He wants payday. Yo, the crazy thing is I was trolling the shit out of HLD last night, and he didn't even know why.
The reason I wouldn't mind because
HLD,
there's people that actually
HLD,
think that Tia
bro.
would give Boots work.
He's in
I'm
it.
like, hell no.
HLD's in his feelings. He loved T.O. Yo, HLD, you know how long I've known that fight wasn't gonna happen? And you just he be on Mill City Boxing talking crazy. Like, oh man, yeah, who's fighting T.O. next? I'm just sitting back like, yeah, okay.
Then Tim Bradley had people hyped up. Like Tim Bradley don't know what
Tim
the hell he
Bradley
talking.
gassed him up, yo.
Yeah,
Tim Bradley gassed you up for thinking that shit is not a competitive fight. It's a
somebody.
lose-lose situation for one guy. The one guy that's suspected to knock the guy out, right? He's not going to get credit for knocking the guy out. So if you're not a person that's driven by just names, if you're a person that's driven by legacy, that shit does nothing for you.
Everyone saw me
So
make
talk
me
to me,
look
Johnny.
like a junior.
Did you think that fight was going to happen?
Did I think it was going to happen?
Yeah.
I was 50-50 because I was what options. I know it was 54 the option. It just depends on the options because like Gary Antoine beat the hell out of T.O. T.O. would have ran against Boots anyway. Most knew that.
HLD, you had more excuses for T.O. not fighting Sabril Matias and Brian Norman Jr. than a deadbeat at child support court. The reality is,
T.O. is a bigger name than anyone at 147. Yeah, besides Pacquiao, you might
T.O. is
have.
a bigger name than anyone at 147. Then why is
Besides,
he still fighting in 5,000 seat arenas, HLD?
bro, is if Boots
He's
can't
fighting in the
unify, I think he
fucking
should move
Hulu.
up and make his career and his name at 154. Plenty. I agree. Teal would have done what Karen did in the first fight.
Yo,
Teal don't got the movement like Karen.
yo, he fought Josh Taylor. He fought Josh Taylor in the Hulu. Boots fought Karen Chikazin in Wells Fargo. But you want to tell me Bull's a star, right? Come on, man. He's little brother, like that little core group, that little core group of like Dev,
Teal hunting for his third.
Yo, Ryan, Shakur. He the little brother, man.
Yeah, Boots really. Be fair, T.O. should get a fight with black fighters after his continued racist shit he been doing for years. I know, but T.O. Let's make the fight happen between T.O.
HLD and his
The
feelings,
only
man. It's
reason,
okay, man.
the only reason, because people hit me up, the only reason I wouldn't have mind seeing that T.O. fight because there was people that actually thought that T.O. would give. Like, I literally had people DM, yeah, T.O. got the style to give Boost problems after that Tim Bradley shit. That's the only reason that I would have been like, make it happen because I know it was get problems.
Yo,
T.O. does nothing better than Boost.
no one that actually watches boxing felt that way.
You'll be
Everybody
surprised.
took,
People DM me like, yeah, man, it's really stylistic. You know, it's slick and he accurate. And
bro. T.O.
I told
at
people,
100
I
at
told people if they,
140 pounds, Johnny. T.O. can't hurt a fly, bro.
I told people if you thought Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence was a bad matchup, imagine Boost versus T.O.
Yeah, my
Unfollow
man
people
Schmurz
now.
said unfollow them people now,
Yeah,
Johnny.
because
Bro, that's not
people.
a
That was the only that was the only reason I was like, fuck you. If T.O. happens, make it happen. Because at first I was like, man, I already know the size difference just coming off the boxing fan point of view. But I was like, yo, people really DM me like, yo, I don't know, man. T.O., the style is slick. Then you had Tim Bradley run his mouth. Then you had Clarissa Shields talking that dumb shit. Like, oh yeah, that's a 50-50 fight.
yo, crazy. Yo, you notice that it's always a certain side of the street.
Yeah, then I was like, y'all really think that? Oh, Clarissa too? Oh, yeah. Smash. And I know Clarissa and them because you've been in the amateurs with them.
HLD. You don't know nothing about boxing, my man.
Think boxing is fast.
Yo, the crazy thing is you talking about power doesn't mean anything, right? When the only thing that T.O. brings to the table is stuff that Boots already brings to the table, and in a 4 inch less body, right? IQ, T.O.'s IQ is not that high because he can't cut the ring off to save his fucking life. He fights out of a bladed stance that the dumb motherfucker don't even realize that fighting out of that stance and trying to cut the ring off, you leave escape routes.
But yeah,
One,
if I had to do a prediction, I think Boo's gonna have to prep to go up 154 because Brian Norman gonna do the same thing. Hopefully he will. Hopefully he wins in that gym in Japan. Hopefully, I want him to win. I support the Fiend Head. Um,
did
Fiend
Durant
Head's
need
son.
power to whip Sugar Ray Leonard? Durant had fucking power. What, are you fucking stupid?
Did Durant need power to whip some
Yes,
outbox?
yes.
He already outclassed by Boo's
Durant,
skill.
Durant was a huge puncher at 35.
But
Huge.
yeah. What was I saying? Um,
Good.
I think he's gonna have to prep to go to 154 because I think with Norman and Norman Senior, who be getting served that rock, just talking a lot. Um, they know that Boo's about to get mandated, so they're about to do the same thing. I'm hoping they win that fight. They're about to do this. They're about to do the same thing and outprice themselves and prolong it so Boost can get mandated. So that's why I'm thinking like, yo, he's gonna be out the picture. Cause Brian
Yo,
Norman Sr. on Facebook, he gonna show me, he been stalking Bozy texting. I'm like, dude, just cause you texting don't mean you offering, bro. He been blowing Bozy up phone texting. Nobody gonna reply back to you texting, bro. We already know what it is. He gonna hit me up like, yeah. I was like, stop lying, y'all not offering. He was like, and then he sent me a video of the screenshots with him and Bozy just ignoring him for a month. So I think he gonna have to go up to 154. If I had to Barrios Pacquiao, they got the situation locked. Yeah, I think it's 154.
he's going to be making his announcement shortly whenever he gets everything in every everything in order. He'll be making
Yeah.
his announcement shortly, so fans can look out for that. Johnny, I don't see how some people think this is actually good or competitive fight. I know HLD is crashing out and super upset, and I love it.
Yeah, I never thought it was competitive till Brickhead Tim Bradley ran his mouth. Then people started DMing me.
The world is
And then
calling the Philly
then you got
fraud.
then you had Clarissa Shields saying it's 50-50 fight and stuff like that.
Bro, to me, that's not even a 70-30 or 80-20 fight.
No, I
That's
agree
a
because I was ready to DM Tim Bradley like, "What's up? You could put a
yeah.
let's
No,
put a
no.
line down."
Honestly, what the issue is with Tim is Top Rank wanted to fight because Top Rank wants to get rid of T.O. Let's keep it a B. Teofimo has caused Top Rank nothing but issues. And Top Rank wants to send T.O. packing in a situation that they can make money. They can't make
Yeah.
money off of T.O. alone. Teofimo Lopez is not a draw. Teofimo Lopez, when he fights in New York, he fights in a Hulu theater. When he fights in Miami, he fights in a 4,000, 5,000 seat arena. This is not conjecture. This is not opinions. These are facts. I'm giving you
Somebody
facts.
said the fact that Turkey and Eddie was encouraging that says a lot about them too. Facts, HLD. I'm laughing at you, bro.
No, the
Crashing out in
reality is,
laughter. This is the if Eddie Hearn believed in him, he would have to put money up, period. This guy now comes up with fake stories. HLD, who you talking
yo,
about? Me or
HLD comes up with fake stories that's pathetic. Okay,
no,
so if I'm
me
coming up
or
with fake pathetic stories, right? Do this, right? Go back to Teofimo Lopez's last couple of fights, right? You look at the arena that he's fighting in, and then you tell me the capacity of said arena.
dude said
Let's
T.O.
do that.
period.
Let's do that. Let's look up. Let's look up where he was fighting in Miami when he fought Steve Claggett.
I think
Because wait, Johnny. We in Times Square, and guess what he was? He was third. He wasn't even a co-main event. He was. Hey, Johnny. He wasn't the co-main event. He was
no,
third,
yeah,
right? He fought Josh Taylor, who was a big name at the fucking Hulu Theater, right? So I'm gonna give you an example. Edgar Berlanga fought Steve Rolls in the Hulu Theater. Okay? Edgar Berlanga fought Steve Rolls in the Hulu Theater. Devin Haney fought, was it Zara Abdullayev in the Hulu Theater?
it was lined up with Turkey
And
as a shit.
Teofimo Lopez fought Josh Taylor in the Hulu Theater. Jaron Ennis fought David Avanesian and Karen Chikazin and the
That
Wells Fargo holds 20,000 HLD.
that's
Hulu
because
holds 5.
Tio is in like a weird position, right? He's Honduran. Ain't no big Honduran community. Most people don't even know he, I guess, was born in Brooklyn.
Nobody cares, bro.
Yeah, he's just Tio. Just that's why he gotta. He feels like I guess he gotta be quote unquote controversial to
It
bring
got to
in.
be controversial. He alienated the Ricans, right? The only
Yeah,
Rican that still rides with him is HLD. You alienated the Ricans with your comments about Rican fighters,
yeah.
right? You alienated your black fan base
He's trying to relate to
because
the Mexicans, I guess.
you're
I
trying to
don't
relate to
know.
Mexicans, but then you come out and say some crazy shit about Canelo Alvarez. Yeah, because that's going to help you with Mexicans, right? Talking about the Mexican hero in a negative manner. Like, come on, bro. You're fish out of water. And we trolling HLD. We trolling HLD. Yeah, because he needed the monkeys. He needed the monkeys to get a payday. Now what he got? Now what he got?
Tio right now, the best fight for him and is very winnable will be Devin Haney.
I don't think he can win that fight because he can't cut the fucking ring off. Did you see how much Dev moved in his last fight?
Yeah. But the thing with Dev is Dev looked kind of like hesitant to take punch. He need to get over. I think Dev got to get over mental, which might he probably needed to get that rust off for a little bit.
Hey Johnny, what you saying isn't logical, right?
Yeah.
If one dude can't cut the ring off at all, and all one guy doing, all Devin is doing right now is moving, how you think that fight's gonna look?
No, it's gonna be real interesting.
It's gonna be boring as shit.
Devin shouldn't be an issue taking the fight something not right. If you scared, say you scared. Oh, but Boots know how to cut the ring off. One word, Karen. I mean, the second fight, Boots, people forgot that he dropped Karen and stuff like that. But Karen is a weird situation with Karen because Karen is a better fighter than people give him credit because he don't got no big name. But the other welterweights is not trying to fight him. Like, you ain't going to see Brian Norman try to fight Karen. Now, I think Karen is like number 3 in the WBO rankings. Like, Karen will beat Brian Norman.
My man Rocco said, I seen Boots hitting high on the heavy bag. Is Boots fighting someone tall? You'll find out.
Well, they say Boots has yet to fight a one elite fighter. No one. Boots is going to get the treatment because Stanionis was getting a lot of hype, and then when Boots smashes him, y'all not giving him credit.
The same way with the Tio situation. Boots would have smashed Tio, and then they said Boots is being a weight bully. Hey, VCS, Boots an email chant.
Boots ducked the 140. I just can't with this shit.
Boots ducked the 140 fighter. Why Boots won't speak up and take the Tio fight? What's the problem? So without giving us anything, just tell me, is he fighting Giasov? No, he's not fighting Giasov.
Boots the king of email champions.
Boots stuck at Tio, and that's a fact. Yeah, man. Boots scared to death of Tio, boy. Woo! Did you see how explosive Tio is, man? You see Tio knocking guys out left and right, man. He's scared to death. Oh man, did you see him go life and death with fucking George Kambosos? Yeah, man. Boots gotta watch out, boy. Woo!
Boots don't take 50-50 fights. What? Yo, who would you say is a 50-50 fight? Not Tio.
Yeah, man. Did you see Tio against Sandro Martin? Boots got to watch out for that, boy.
Boots should fight Tio then Norman. But yeah, John Irvin, we was just talking about it. Brian Norman he's not trying to fight Boots. Everything is talk. Like literally, I just said earlier that this dude was on Facebook trying to hit me with we sent an offer to Boots now. I'm like, no, y'all didn't. Stop lying. Then he going to hit me with a screenshot of him texting Bozy. Like, that ain't offers, bro. And then Bozy, he's like, oh, why ain't you replying back? What's the point of texting with you, bro?
BCS said Tio need to watch out for Karen. Karen to beat Tio ass.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Karen
beat Tio ass.
I was saying when Karen fights somebody else, which they gonna be hard, them dudes is not trying to fight Karen. That's when y'all gonna realize how actually good like Karen can fight.
Yo, watch Teofimo versus Steve Claggett before you come here talking shit.
Rashidi Ellis kind of hurt himself. He was in the mix, but he going and fighting these local CES shows. I don't know what's up with him.
Hey, wait. Just hanging on. Yeah, man, he 2-time lineal, man. He beat Lomachenko and beat Josh Taylor. How'd y'all get 47 of y'all?
Yeah, he looked terrible. He lost to the
he lost
European
to
dude.
Echo
Yeah,
Us.
yeah.
But somehow you leave it up to y'all. Weight classes don't matter. Josh Taylor hasn't looked good since the first Jack Catterall fight, and came up to 147 and lost to a guy that you never heard of a day in your life, Echo Usama. Oh my God, yo.
Somebody say
God, because
Blair.
weight classes matter.
I don't know what's up with
Weight
Blair.
classes matter.
Blair the Flair. He messed up by signing with Don King. He signed that one fight with Don King, got that Broner fight, and they both haven't got nothing to the
Hey,
table
Charles,
since.
you gonna find out why he's not fighting T.O.?
Connor Ben. Why he won't fight Till? You know, Boots will win. Don't think he will
Weight
win.
classes matter unless you're crawfish. Who the fuck is crawfish?
Talking about Crawford.
Oh, weight classes matter in boxing, period.
We had that conversation. I favorite Canelo only because of weight class, 168.
To me, that fight's 50-50. Simply because Canelo can't cut the fucking ring off.
Blair the clown. Blair the Flair. Ric Flair. Blair should fight Rashidi Ellis and all them too. Get Blair in the mix. But Blair just with Don King, I don't know what Rashidi Ellis doing. I like Rashidi, but he had CES fighting local fights and shit.
Hey, Tego, do me a favor, right? Don't time out HLD. We trolling him. We trolling HLD here, now, and always, yo. We trolling him, yo. HLD was so sure, yo. HLD been crashing out on every fucking platform. I fucking love it, yo. HLD, you are always welcome on here. We appreciate you. Oh
Booster's
man,
been a
Johnny.
huge fight at 47-54.
All right, Johnny, I'm done trolling him. Let's get back to real boxing talk. But yeah, don't time out HLD. You gotta let him stew, man. He's
Yeah,
in his feeling. He's upset. He's angry. Maybe there's some mist in his eyes. Maybe a little tears. I don't know.
I'm lost.
Hey,
But
my
will
man
be top three
VCS
goal after this.
called Boots an email champ, but he took that thing off Stanionis. Beat his ass. He did what Tio was supposed to do to Arnold Barbosa. You get guys like that up out of there, man.
It's Boots fight in Fundora. It'll be hard.
But clearly, Teofimo Lopez is
It'll be a
upset.
hard fight for Boots. That's why he won't take that fight.
Hey, Charles, why would that be a hard fight?
I just don't.
Explain boxing. Why would that be a hard fight, Charles? Tell me, please. Tell me what Tio possesses that's going to make it a hard night for Boots.
Somebody said when Mayweather had controversy, it was from Hispanic boxers, not black boxers overrated. It will never be another Muhammad Ali, which is false.
What the fuck is he talking, bro?
Yeah,
Yo, I hate when these race fans
yeah.
get on here, bro. It's like we're talking boxing. The
We
only
act
people,
like Floyd didn't have issues with Zab Judah. He didn't have issues with Curly Chop Chop.
bro,
Like,
don't even, right? Dudes literally be having race issues or their bigots
yeah,
or their prejudices, and they're gonna use fucking boxing to kind of let that out.
yeah.
Here's the reality. Here's the truth, man. If you want to tell me that Virgil Ortiz is gonna beat Boots, I don't agree, but okay. If you want to tell me Sebastian Fundora is going to beat Boots, I don't agree, but okay. If you want to tell me Jesus Ramos, I don't believe it, but okay. I think Jesus is a tough fight for anybody. But the same dudes that's talking this TO shit was saying that Ryan would beat Boots. I know you remember that, right, Johnny?
Yeah.
Right? Oh man, Ryan lands that left hook on Boots. You know, Boots gets hit too much, man. And Ryan was actually talking. Oh man, Boots gets hit too much. His defense isn't good. Should have been worried about his defense against Rolly. Hey, good buddy Taylor. I know you remember this conversation that I was having with Boots and Ryan. I know
Boots
you
is
remember.
all hype, not really what people make him out to be. Be Boots.
So who do I think could beat Boots? I don't know. I can tell you people that give Boots a tough fight and people who are capable of winning a fight.
I would favor Boots in any weight class that he can maintain.
Ryan Garcia, as a matter of fact, will put Boots in a casket. He's that good. Yeah, bro. He looked that good. He looked that good against
Antoine
fucking
Russell
Rose,
beat
bro.
Antoine Russell beat Boots twice. People
He
always,
did.
yeah, amateurs don't mean nothing to the pros.
Wait, good buddy.
That's like me saying, um, freaking, what's his name? The Cuban boy, he beat Crawford, or me even saying that, what's his name? Beat Crawford in the amateurs. That don't mean nothing. Ray Robinson Jr. beat Crawford in the amateurs. People need to
Tell Boots
whatever
to roll.
amateurs, they need to get that out they get that out they get that out their mind.
He said, tell Boots to unify with Rolly. Why does the super champion have to unify with the regular champion?
Clarissa Shield
You
said
want to
it's
see
a
that fight?
50-50 fight. What's up? Yeah, I mentioned that. That's why I was like, when people ask me, um, I was like, I'm at the point where I knew what was going on, but when Clarissa Shield saying 50-50, she just be talking. And when Tim Bradley, his brickhead, said something like it's gonna be like, I was like, make it happen. I'll be the type to write them and be like, what's up with a bet?
He said, Boots don't even have a better resume than Rolly. How many times Rolly been knocked out, yo?
I think
I'm asking.
Charlo at 54 will beat Boots. Nah.
That's a good fight. If you want to tell me Charlo could beat Boots, I don't agree, but you can make an argument for it.
Mikey Garcia. What about Mikey Garcia? Casual, what the fuck are you talking about?
I
Boots
like
only
Boots
man.
versus Bachman. I like Boots versus
Danny
Charlo.
Garcia.
I
I
like Boots
already I
versus
already
Brian
straight
Norman.
said I already straight whatever weight he maintains, I'm favoring Boots. That means 147, 154. You could put the Charlo name, you could put all of them. I'm favoring Boots. And I'm not even talking on no fan standpoint. I'm talking about being in the gym and seeing they all intangibles and abilities and where the boy mindset when it comes to boxing. None of them got more intangibles than Boots. That's why I said whatever weight he can maintain, the only way he'll lose if you're talking about him fighting 175, 200 pound, this, and I'm talking about maintain weight. If you in that weight class, you're not beating him. Yeah, Danny Garcia did split with Crawford in the amateurs.
Yeah, good
Mikey
buddy.
Mikey Garcia lost
Mikey
to Crawford in the
Mikey beat
amateurs.
Mikey beat Crawford too, didn't he?
No,
I know
Mikey lost to Crawford. Danny beat Crawford, but Mikey beat
I know
Danny in the
Jerry.
amateurs.
When people want to bring up what happened in the amateurs, right? Jerry Balmontes beat Terrence Crawford in the amateurs.
Yeah, Mikey lost, but
Your
Mikey
Dennis
beat Danny in the amateurs though.
your Dennis Ugas beat Crawford in the amateurs. Didn't Ray Robinson beat Crawford in the amateurs?
Yeah,
Johnny,
Ray. Yeah, that's what I said. Ray Robinson. That's why I was like, people need to knock the amateur stuff out. Oh yeah, amateurs don't mean you're gonna beat somebody when they in the peak of their pros.
the truth, man. But who do y'all want to see Teofimo Lopez fight, man?
His best option to me, like if you talk about, would be Devin Haney. Who else I want? That's a bigger fight than fighting somebody like Africa
Yo,
or Gary Antoine
my man
or
HLD got to help.
try
Like
him versus Rolly. I would try to
y'all,
fight Rolly.
wait, Johnny, all my T.O. fans that's in the comments, man. How about y'all go pay and watch T.O.'s next fight so he can get bigger fights? Because he's clearly having trouble drawing. Y'all gotta help. Y'all gotta help y'all man out, man. You gotta help y'all man out, man. Show him some love, man. T.O. down bad right now, man. I gotta show T.O. some love.
And Gary Russell beat Boots.
T.O. did a better job against Loma than Devin.
Gary Russell
Terrell.
never beat Boots in the pro, and he lost to Pello. So you just not making sense. That's like me saying Crawford, what's the name, beat Crawford, and then he lost to Barrios, so Crawford's overrated. You just makes stupid. Like,
Hey, my man Terrell said T.O. did a better job against Loma compared to Devin. Lomachenko didn't throw punches for the first 6
yeah,
rounds.
like first
When he
6 rounds.
decided to throw punches, he couldn't miss.
You know what's crazy is I've been said it, like, now that it's different that Lomachenko took that time off. But I think if Lomachenko would have went right into rematches with both of them, I would have favored Lomachenko. But now that he took time off and all that, no. But if he would have, when he fought them and lost, if he would have went into a immediate rematch a couple months away mentally, I would have favored Lomachenko.
Hey, want to send a shout out to Loyalty Over Dinero, the $2 super chat. What does Boots gain by beating Tio at 147 pounds? Absolutely, positively, fucking nothing. Because the same guys that are saying that Boots is ducking Teofimo, it's the same guys that when Boots beats Teofimo will say Boots is a weight bully and Boots be the smaller guy. There's nothing to gain.
To be honest with you, I had this conversation with him, and Boots just gotta be prepared mentally, just like Floyd, just like how most people is, where he ain't gonna get respect until probably his career over on people he beat. They always gonna make excuses. When people really look at you that good, but they hate, it's kind of like Floyd. Most of Floyd's
Yeah.
opponents, he don't get respect for.
Hey, John, you're 100%
Yeah.
right. Earl Spence fought Mikey Garcia. And what did people give Earl Spence credit for being Mikey Garcia? Let's be honest. Tell me what credit they gave Earl Spence.
I agree. Same thing, like people don't even give Tank credit for beating Leah Santa Cruz.
They don't.
I'm trying to lock Norman now because Gilsoft and Teal's Boost is a hype, and I can't wait till he fights someone with skills. Boost go to 154, he gonna look like Zab Judah versus Kasazu when he feel punches. He he did what he was supposed to do. He's real champ at 147. Boots on the list for most hated, for sure. No, he gets a lot. Boots is so Boots already. You already got the different races, cultures, and all that because he black, and then Boots. I don't. I think the Crawford fans is already all the Crawford fan base that that significant. I wouldn't say significant fan base. That core group is always going going to dislike Boots and try to go against another opponent because now they pretending to be like Brian Norman. I even told Brian Norman's dad this. I was like, they only talking to you because they know Boots is a threat to Bud, so they using you as a blocking page. They're not really your supporters.
All right. So first, I want to appreciate super chat on my man John Irvin. Who's Boots gonna fight then? If not Norman Jr. We gotta wait and see. Like I said, he'll make his announcement.
Let's be honest. Boots didn't want no smoke with Rashidi. That's false. They did an offer Rashidi didn't like the numbers, which is respectable. They was going if Rashidi would have beat Villa instead of Boots fighting Villa, would have been Rashidi. They was trying to
So
line that fight up. So that's
I,
false information. Teal Duncan Devin. Teal had a name at 135 and his win with Taylor is aging like ass. Boots is on in fire. Hot shot don't take tough fights. Bud was smash
hey
Boots.
yo, hey loyalty over dinero. That Josh Taylor win is aging like milk,
Yeah.
bro. It's a bad joint.
Even
that was
though his last win wasn't bad, but
cool.
like it's crazy because he had the best. Teal had the most probably the best showing on that card on that
Yeah, out of
disappointing
but
card.
that card was shitty.
Yeah. Speedy turned down 3 times the money he was making, but he turned it down. I'm not what you call it. I'm not going to say
Mhm.
if he's what you call, but
No,
when people say that he's scared of Boots, no, the offer was there. If if he would have took that offer, I think who would Boots would have probably even fought Karen. He would have fought Rashidi Ellis on the tank card, but
yes.
Rashidi Ellis
So
Rashidi Ellis didn't take that offer. They both was a PBC, so they matched them up against the people that was high in both rank sanctionings, which is Villa at the time for whatever Villa and Karen. So they matched them up and they was expecting them both to win their fights so they could make a bigger fight with them following, which Rashidi Ellis. It was controversial. You could argue it, but he lost that fight. So the biggest fight wasn't for him to take Villa. It would have made it wouldn't looked as good as him fighting Rashidi Ellis right off a loss. So that's exactly what happened. She was a good. I'm praying negotiations start June 20th with the Normans. Time to get the strap off Norman.
but
Norman Norman's just wasting people's time with that. Let him go fight in that gym in Japan. Hopefully he win.
Butch, I'm gonna be posted up in the ends, Butch, just like this. Hood on, posted up in the ends, man.
Boots just
I
turned
watch
down his
Top Boy.
biggest payday. Now he's a duck. Shoot, Boots might even announce his fight before what you call T.O. is a bum, racist, his divorce game to his head. He
Appreciate the
just
$10 super chat from my man Boxing
he
Nerd.
just called Turkey a
Theo is a bum
dictator.
racist, and his divorce is getting to his head. He just called Turkey a dictator on X and deleted it. Wow. No. HLD nor punch drunk, hold him accountable. It is what it is.
Blair versus Haney, Rolly versus Rohan. Blair versus Haney would be an interesting fight right now. Blair haven't fought. How long that Broner fight been? That'd be a very interesting fight. Boots versus Virgil. Teal fight doesn't matter. That's one sided beatdown. Teal versus AB. AB done, man. He
Hey,
don't get
man,
too
they in their
fuck out
feelings,
here.
yo.
Boots on the belt, huh? Hey, yo, YSM is 1,000 haters in the
Crush,
chat.
they in
Can
their feelings, Crush.
Boots in Blair versus Rashidi Ellis. That'd be interesting. Teal seemed to not want to unify. I wonder why. Teal is a fraud. Teal after a check.
What it is.
Hopefully, Boots ain't got a lot of yes men around him. That's the only reason I don't blame Boots. Why Jaron ain't take that fight? Jaron team has a bad messaging problem. Continues to give us. You didn't hear YSM say he gonna announce it soon. That's all everybody could tell you. Give us Boots versus Virgil. Team not beating none of the champs at 140. They all be interesting fights. T.O. versus Gary Antoine and all day. I'll be interested in that. Boots fan base called Norman Jr. Duck now. Jr. Duck, that was his biggest payday. I'm on Karen to fight Blair. Boots not ready for that fight. Is that French Montana? Blair will beat Ellis. I'm not sure. That's a tough fight.
I got a question though, Johnny.
Yo.
If T.O. wanted Boots so bad, right?
Yep.
He's the WBO super champion, correct?
Yeah.
Why didn't he just use his super champion status, fight Brian Norman, beat him, and challenge Boots to a unification bout if you knew that's what Boots wanted?
No, I agree. I think T.O. just like he wants to go right into a payday. Brian Norman got a chance to not a big enough name. Because Brian Norman not even a bigger name than Gary Antoine for real. They just like around the same name. Well, Brian Norman getting a little buzz off of just going, I don't know.
Hey, Charles, you gonna find out.
Why y'all protecting Boots making excuses? Turkey offered the bag. He just said he about to announce. Wait till he announce. Why Boots won't fight T.O. answer the question. We answered that too many times. He about to announce.
I mean, the easy question is this, right? Why didn't Boots fight T.O.? Because T.O.'s not a world champion at 147 pounds.
Why y'all making Boots draw? No, he want Boots now. What's good? Man, we got a fight announcement coming. Yes, sir. The problem is messaging from Boots camp is it seems kind of amateurish. I just got in here and announced what Boots versus Virgil is what matters, not versus T.O. There is not a fight that Boots isn't ready for. Any opponent will look pedestrian against him. I agree. If you at a way you maintain, shit, Boots
Yo,
need to
man,
give T.O. that work.
what you really wanted to see T.O. and Boots?
Boots versus Fundora. I got
Hey,
Ramos beating
hey,
Boots.
yo, my man Rasiki got everybody beating Boots, bro.
Somebody said, "Why isn't we need another car interview like that, John? After the
Oh,
Virgil
you like that,
shit."
John? I got you.
T.O. is a non-entity trying to make himself relevant. Boots want easy fights. Just say
Boots
it.
want easy fights. Shit, if he want easy fights, he fight T.O. T.O.'s a pack.
Is Boots going to Japan in a few weeks? Should visit some gyms over there and get his name popping. Why would he go to Japan to go to that gymnasium? You know
Boots is now
you
officially a
know,
cherry picker.
you know
I
Brian
watch
Norman.
YSM.
Brian Norman. He's fighting like in a high school gymnasium in Japan. You probably gonna see basketball courts up. He fighting at like a rec center. This is bro. What's up?
Urban Stash, what up? We got them all out tonight. A T.O. fan to reach and send me a super chat. We'll do it like that, though.
Who's need to be on YSM Weekly to build his following? Boost is constantly
Honestly,
on
bro,
YSM.
I don't interview him a lot. I probably could interview him more, but I'd rather do it when it means something.
Yeah.
Nobody just want to keep tapping in and give you an update on nothing. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to see the same
Hey,
interviews all over and
my
over.
man Eamon. Hey, Eamon, did you talk to Turkey? He's like, Turkey mad. Did you talk to him? You
Boost
called
get
him on the phone?
hit way too much for y'all to be talking like the future. So you telling me Boost get hit too much? So statistically, Keyshawn gets hit way more than Boots and Abdullah Mason, and I have the highest for Abdullah Mason, but we forgot that he got dropped. It happens. It's boxing, bro.
So
And
Stanionis was a cherry pick butcher. So
YSM versus Senior.
undefeated.
Mayweather was Fight Hype Weekly for a minute.
Huh?
No, I'm reading. Somebody said Mayweather was Fight Hype Weekly.
No, yo, bro, we not reading the TO haters and the Boots and the Boots haters, like the TO fans or the Boots. Super chatted, yo.
Boots have a chin at 147, but will it be the same at 154?
I don't know, L-Dub. You gotta wait for the announcement.
Yeah. if it's up there, I'm telling y'all, people look at me crazy. I was like, Boots gonna be more of a problem at 154. Boots got Philly looking soft.
Hey Johnny, super chat. They gotta send super chat, yo.
Oh yeah. If you gonna hate, send a super chat. We'll conversate with you. Send a $50 one too, so me and Mill could split 25-25.
Exactly.
Send a $50.
Exactly. Man.
Send a $50 super chat right now. Let's go. Who's gonna send it? Who's gonna send it? Who's gonna send it? Let's see who's gonna send it. Super chat.
My man L-Dub said that shit with his chest. I don't wait. Yeah. I don't want no problems, L-Dub. There we go. See? That's how you do that, Johnny. Yeah. This is for YSM, standing tall for Boots, even though he ducked Ortiz and Tio. Now he a cherry picker. You notice people don't call out Norman or Russell. I mean, he called out Brian Norman. I mean, he sent them an offer, sent them multiple offers. Gary Antoine Russell's at 140 pounds. I don't know what you want him to do.
Yeah, he already said if Gary was to come up, he would want smoke, but
Butcher, I don't know.
People think it's kind of like how Norman Sr. was saying, right? Like, yeah, he don't call a name. I'm like, somebody can call out a name all you want, but to me, you really show you want to fight by offering. Yeah. That's like somebody on the internet, like, yeah, I want to fight you. Oh yeah, meet me at the park. Yeah. If a person show up to the park, that means they really want to fight you. They ain't gonna be on the internet blabbing.
Did Boots turn down a TO fight? Yes. Now, I'm done with trolling, right? So we're gonna get serious for a second.
Yeah.
Because I'm only trolling because Tio's a racist prick. And it's fuck Tio. And the fact that you got dudes on here supporting Tio says a lot about you personally. But I digress. You can actually talk boxing, right? So if you want to talk about why the Virgil Ortiz fight didn't happen, wanted to unify the division before. A lot of people don't even realize that February 22nd date wasn't meant for Boots. It was initially meant for Terrence Crawford and Virgil Ortiz. Terrence Crawford said no. Then they contacted Sebastian Fundora. Sebastian Fundora said no. Then they decided on reaching out to Jaron Ennis, even though he had fought November 9th. And they tried to get Boots to step in because Crawford and Fundora said no. So for the people that it was always meant for Boots, not true. Along with the fact that Virgil Ortiz was fighting on February 22nd, no matter what. So Even if it wasn't Boots, he was going to fight on February 22nd because that was his date. So it's not like they were trying to get a Virgil Ortiz Boots fight. They were trying to get Virgil an opponent for February 22nd. I don't think Boots needs that fight. To me, Teofimo Lopez, the fight doesn't make sense. The same way Devin Haney, that doesn't make sense. Just because they're big names, well, I'm sorry, Teo's not a big name. Just because they're a recognizable name doesn't make it a good fight.
They said Teo calling him out like Boots was doing, but no, it's different when you in the same division and you manned it.
Boots was Terrence Crawford's mandatory.
Mm-hmm. So Eddie said the other day, though, saying that Boots is worried about underperforming against Teo.
Hey, King Curls, I feel like you looked at the title and you missed the context of what was talked about. Let me give you some context. What Eddie Hearn was saying was fighting at 147 pounds. Whoever did the interview packaged it as far as what Teo goes because Teo is a name. Instead of him saying 47 pounds, they put Teofimo Lopez to get clicks, which was successful because people started talking about it and making videos about it. But what Eddie Hearn, wait, real fast, Johnny. What Eddie Hearn was saying was that Boots was worried about constantly cutting weight at 147 pounds and underperforming, that eventually he would have to move up. So that's what Eddie Hearn's point was, is that stay at 47 and run a risk of underperforming or move to 154 pounds.
They said Boots was Spence mandatory first and they ran game on Bud to force the Bud fight. Boots was calling out Spence. Ready to leave Eddie, tell Uncle Al to get them brink trucks ready.
I mean, King Curls, you make a good point. Of course, that was something that was definitely like the narrative was skewed on that. Like, oh man, Boots is worried about underperforming with Teo. The reality was Boots, Teofimo Lopez, that's an easy fight for him. But you got one guy that wants to unify, wants to become undisputed. If he doesn't have that opportunity, then he's going to look for greener pastures. Those are his words, not mine. Sure. I mean, sure. You've been watching YSM for years. You've been a consistent supporter. It don't take a rocket scientist to know what it is, yo. You hear me? Like, I don't know why people are playing coy. You know what it is.
Yeah,
you know what it is.
We need $100 super chat, bro. Split it 50-50. Let's go. $100 super chat.
He's gonna make his announcement, and those that are going to be happy are going to be happy. Those that criticize are going to criticize. They're going to criticize, like Johnny said it the best. He's going to be one of those guys that he's going to get criticism no matter what. So he didn't fight Virgil and he fought Stanionis. And then y'all shitted on him for that. But the reality is y'all wanted to see Stanionis versus Virgil. But y'all didn't want to see Boots versus Stanionis? If that's the case, then that just shows you think that Boots is a higher caliber fighter than Virgil Ortiz. Because y'all was excited about that matchup. I know I was.
Yeah, they would have got that shit in. Stanionis and Virgil, that would have got that shit in.
Yeah. Sean, I don't know when the announcement's going to be. But he wants to address his people. So when he's ready, he's going to address them.
Give us a $50,000 super chat. We address it. What's the highest a super chat can go? I need to
Oh shit, I don't even know. Maybe a stack. I don't know.
get.
Shit. Virgil is not fighting Bakram next. Virgil's team turned down Bakram Mortazayev. Where's the energy for that though?
Cook 'em, fellas. There you go. A dub. That's 10 each. That's 10 each, Mill. I'll put that in. Let's go.
That's my man Ill Will, great supporter, man. Been rocking with me since day one.
Shout out to
Cook 'em,
Ill
fellas.
Will. Shout
Hey,
out.
hey, hey, Will. Hey, Will. I'm gonna let Johnny Ortiz cook. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna sit back. Johnny, get him.
So yeah, he needs that means Mill, my cash app dimes. Like but yeah, I about to say, man, when it comes to Virgil, like how Mill was saying, like everybody was excited staying on this. It sucked that it got postponed twice and all that shit, but everybody was excited for that fight. I was. I know they would have got it in. They
Johnny,
got 3 times.
3 times.
But when Boots fight Stanley Onus is like, oh yeah, he's just an opponent. Oh yeah, he just sit there. Oh yeah, it's tailor made, this and that. It's like Boots just gotta have to. It comes with people with that type of talent where people always gonna look for the negative in person. Same thing. Boots get hit too much when he gets hit way less than most of y'all favorite fighters.
All right, so
So
my man, go ahead, go ahead.
Boots is a
No,
dub.
no, wait, Johnny, finish your statement. Finish your statement.
No, where it comes to like they say Boots get hit too much, you be like, damn, you look at the stats, he gets hit way less than most of y'all favorite fighters. Is Boots gonna have to realize he's just in that athlete. If you go outside of boxing, the LeBron James, probably when Mike, we was younger kid when Michael Jordan era, he probably had that criticism. Muhammad Ali, like them athletes, they're gonna get criticism for their whole career, and when their career is over, that's when you're gonna see the praise of. Because enjoy Boots, because you don't get them type of boxers generational.
Mm.
So that's same thing. What I tell people: enjoy LeBron James while he's here, because when he retires, everybody gonna miss LeBron James. Enjoy these people. Like I told people, enjoy Floyd while he's here. Now everybody kind of misses Floyd. They misses the energy of when a Floyd fight comes and stuff like that. Why you busy hating? You really enjoying it. You hating because but that
Mm.
just shows you your character. I love seeing athletes like that. A lot of y'all just like to nitpick on negative. That's what that shows your character and kind of even in life.
All right, so I want to address this part, right?
Yeah.
My man said Boots didn't fight Bud because he was loyal to Al. Didn't fight Ortiz because he wanted to fight at 147, and now want to fight T.O. Boots' team is tripping, right? One,
Mm-hmm.
Boots was never signed to Al Heyman. Two, Boots never turned down Terrence Crawford, right? So you got this narrative that was floating around is because out of loyalty to Showtime that Boots versus Crawford didn't happen, and then they try to attribute that to the Crawford Avanesian fight.
Yeah,
Boots,
senior made that dumbass rumor.
no, it was actually Jordan. It was actually Junior that did that, right? So
Yeah.
you got Crawford about to fight Avanesian, and Crawford admitted that Virgil Ortiz nor Boots' names came up, which is 100% true, right?
Mm-hmm.
They chose to fight David Avanesian. That's not when Crawford versus Boots was proposed. It was never for the Crawford Avanesian fight. It was after the Crawford Avanesian fight. The reason why y'all so mistaken on that bit of information is because Crawford fought Spence right after that. So when will he fight Boots? The reality is the reason why Crawford didn't fight Boots is because of Spence. He had the Spence fight lined up.
Yeah. And I told people this is exactly what happened. BLK Prime, they called Bozy. Bozy said, we with Showtime, call them. BLK called Showtime, which is Steven Espinoza. Steven Espinoza was already talking to Crawford, and he was like, yo, BLK called for Boots. BLK and Crawford straight said, no, they don't represent me at all. That took them out the picture. But if you're going to talk about Boots, you talk to me now about Boots. But at the time, they already negotiating for Spence. That's exactly what happened, which people don't listen. I said it too many times. It was no offers. It was call.
Wait, do me a favor, right? Johnny, if they think you are lying, right? The person that made the offer is on YouTube a lot. His name is Zab Judah, right? Zab Judah and Desmond Gums made the offer to Boots. So this is what you do. Next time Zab Judah's on Mill City Boxing, ask Zab Judah, type it in the chat, send a super chat. Ask Zab Judah, did Jaron Ennis turn down Terrence Crawford? So we can kill that narrative.
Yeah.
Just ask him. That's it.
Yeah, we was on, and he even said they called Bozy. Bozy said call Steven Espinoza because they got Showtime. They was dealing with Showtime. When BLK Prime called Steven Espinoza went to Crawford, like BLK Prime called. Crawford straight said, they don't represent me. If it's anything that you gotta say about Boots, you say it to me now. But instead, they already negotiated for Spence fight. That's exactly what happened.
God, I already know that Zab said that Boots didn't duck. I want them to ask the question, right? Because I'm tired of explaining the same fucking thing. Johnny explained it 100 times. I was explaining it 100 times, right? It's something about Terrence Crawford fans that got something against Boots. I don't know why, bro, but it is what it is, right?
Yeah, back to
so go on Mill City Boxing, right? And you can ask Zab yourself. Next time he's on, ask him. Put it in a super chat, $1, $2, whatever.
Or y'all can go
did Jaron Ennis turn down Terrence Crawford when you offered to fight and see what Zab says?
Or you can go back to when I had the debate with the dude Bernie, when I approached Bernie about it, because they were trying to make it like Boots is ducking.
Wait. Watch this. Crawford calling legends when Boots running from Teo. Stop it, you guys are too funny. Didn't Teo call out Bud first? So Bud ducked Teo, right? With that logic, right? Teo called Bud racial names, the whole nine. Did Bud duck Teo? And mind you, I don't think that Bud ducked Teo. Well, I'm saying, with your logic, did Bud duck Teo? Go ahead. Answer the question. Hey, Darren, what up, Darren? Darren. Hey, yo, I want to send a shout out to my man, Darren Collison, right? He is one of my biggest supporters. Darren Collison is a fucking hater, but I love him. He's one of my biggest supporters, and he's going to watch every video that I throw out and hate on it. And I fucking love it, man. Bro, I appreciate you so fucking much. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you so much, yo.
Tell him to add a super chat.
Yeah, Darren, what's up with the super chat,
super
man?
chat.
Yo, for everybody that's in the comment section, we're trying to get to 100,000 subs. Please subscribe. Even the haters, please subscribe. Charles and Rashiki's been hating. Butcher, subscribe, y'all. We can argue like this every fucking day. Let's go. Let's argue. Subscribe, man.
But yeah, it's crazy how many times I gotta explain that. I was like, bro, you could just go in a video. I was like, yo, that was the first time I finally got to speak to the dude Bernie. I was on a video a couple of times with him, and that got approached. I had to get. I was. You could ask. You could ask YSM. I was like, I can't wait. All right,
I
he's
thought it's
on it.
Darren
I'm on
Collison.
it.
My bad, Darren Collins Jr. Apologies,
Darren,
Darren. My bad, Darren.
about to say you got the
The
point
NBA
guard up
player
there.
Darren
Yeah,
Collison is on my mind. I apologize,
I
Darren.
subscribe.
Apologize, but bro, I love you. Keep hating. You know what I'm saying? Keep hating, yo.
And I
Hey,
super
Butcher,
chat.
appreciate you, bro. No, I just want to make sure you subscribe, Butcher. We can argue like this all the time, man.
Yeah. And but yeah, come on, send more super chats, man. Send more
Yeah,
super
but no, I'm
chats.
not. Hey, Butcher, I'm not saying that T.O.'s bigger than Canelo. What I'm saying to you is that T.O. was calling out Bud for a year. He didn't entertain him. But that's not a duck. But Boots is a duck. You gotta have the same energy for everybody. You gotta
I
have the
heard
same
Sav
energy for
say
everybody,
Boots
bro.
didn't duck Bud at all. He said he was on the call. Exactly. And I was on that live. I was like, yo, people still, I was like, just go watch the live.
And yo, here's the crazy thing is, I don't even consider what Terrence Crawford did against Boots a duck. Did Terrence Crawford avoid Boots? Yeah. Should he have avoided Boots? Yeah. The reality is they're at two different points in their career, right? And you got one guy that's looking to take out the number one guy, and you got one guy that's looking for huge paydays or fights in other divisions. They're at two different points. I'm not mad.
It's just that it's just how Crawford and his team try to make it like downplay Boots when it comes to it. That's the only reason I'd be at Crawford's team about it. Because it's like you're trying to compliment him, but you disrespect at the same time. He would say, "Oh yeah, well, um, I wouldn't want to fight like that." Email. He'll just downplay a lot of shit when it comes to him, trying to make it seem like belittle with Boots when it comes to it. That's the reason why we be right at him, like, dude, you're avoiding. It's cool. Just admit, like, yo, we at different stages of career. I want to fight this and move on. Instead, you try to make it seem like you're not a prey no more, like because Crawford used to always being the hunter. He's not used to being a prey.
Hey B, I can say this though. I know Boots wants to fight in Chicago, Atlanta, Houston. I can say that for a fact. Those are cities that he's definitely interested in fighting at.
Kenny Sims got a fight in Chicago in a month.
Are you serious?
Yep. Golden
Who's he
Boy, he
fighting?
headline. What's the guy? The Rache?
The Warate?
Yeah.
I might slide out there for that.
I think it's June 26th.
Bro, damn, man. Yo, I hate when they put fucking shows on when other people got shows. Like they cooking me for
I
that.
think it's June 26th. I know he put out the date. I'll text him for sure. Because I was thinking about going out there for him. For sure.
Oh, it's on August 2nd? Yeah, I'm gonna slide to that.
What?
I'm gonna slide to that.
What fight?
Uh Kenny Sims and Duarte.
Oh, it's August 2nd. It's August 2nd.
Yeah, y'all gotta excuse me, y'all. I'm wolfing. I'm wolfing.
Shoot, look at me. I'm looking all scruffy.
Bro, I'm wolfing and I had that hoodie on, so yeah. Shit, I might have to burst my hair. I'm gonna be on live.
Bro, don't nobody want to see no dance. Come on, man. More what you call. Send a $20 one so me and Mel can split again. Minimum 20s. Come on. Let's get it popping. Let's get it popping. Somebody says all dudes are here. Nobody care about your looks. YSM.
Good buddy, it be hoes in the chat. Don't do that.
You acting like them chats don't save.
Huh?
He's like he acting like them these live chats don't be saving.
Ladies, I'm going to get a haircut. Promise you. I'm woofing right now. It is what it is. I got the curls popping.
To be politically bug can't say him and Boots are two different stages of career. Us as real diehard fans should know that and speak up instead of letting stupid name. No, I agree. I personally said that like if you're around the stage, you active, I want to see you fight the next best guy in the next fights. But I also get the business in too. But as a fan, this is different era. This is you got the fan as your fan base. Oh well, he shouldn't fight him. Boots ain't really a big name. Just trying to put shit down with him because they scared of seeing people lose. Me, I want to see the fights. Even if somebody's a threat to Boots, I want to see it off a fan. Like, yo, that's what we here to see fights. Y'all get personal, be fanagers with it. Well, he shouldn't fight him because this and that. You ain't getting paid. You just enjoying. You spectating.
For me, I don't like the fight because it's not a competitive fight. It's some shit. I don't want to see Dev versus Boots because I don't think it's a good fight. The reality is those guys are 35s that's moving up to 47. And he is a big, skilled, strong, mean 47. I know how those fights are gonna look. No, I don't want to see those. I don't want to see those fights. My man Pound for Pound Sports. Subscribe to my man Pound for Pound Sports and Entertainment. There's another Pound for Pound on Twitter too. Like I keep hey Fred, people keep getting y'all mixed up. But this is Pound for Pound Sports and Entertainment on YouTube. He said, "Is it Tio or Top Rank's fault that Tio isn't a bigger star? I think it's a combination of the two."
Do you think Keyshawn's willing in his head to fight Shakur now?
I don't know.
Because somebody's like, because you see he got in his feelings with Africa. But strategy. Then I'm liking Abdullah coming up. And Abdullah was like, shoot, he wants to smoke with both of them.
Who wants to smoke with me? Who wants to smoke with me? Hey, Charles, he drags Tio too. I don't think Tio can beat Dev.
No, Tio and Dev, that's a good fight.
Just for one simple thing, Tio can't cut the ring off. And dudes say that, oh man, Boots can't cut the ring off. I only see Boots have trouble cutting the ring off one time against Karen. One time. I seen Tio have trouble cutting the ring off against Sandor Martin and Jermaine Ortiz.
Yeah, I thought Jermaine Ortiz really beat Tio. And debatable with Sandor Martin too.
Hey, my man Branyo, what makes Teofimo Lopez an elite fighter at 147 pounds? Go. Because if you want to talk about what he did at the lower weight classes, go look at Josh Taylor when he made his 147 debut against Echo Usman, a guy that you've never heard of a day in your life. I hope my man Butch is up there. Butch, shout out to Echo Usman for the victory.
Teal versus Davis, it would be a terrible fight like Teal versus Ortiz.
You said Boots got a real low IQ in the ring. Then why haven't somebody capitalized on it yet? Hey, yo, Jay Grant, to Josh Taylor, that win ain't looking right in the light, yo. Hey, dog, man, you want to see that fight?
Davis be punking Shakur. That's the
I don't want to
time
see
he
a
was talking
Rottweiler
crazy
fight.
about him in the media.
I don't want to see Rottweilers fight Chihuahuas, brother. I don't want to see that.
No, yeah, that 135 getting interesting. If Keyshawn is on some shit like I don't care about none of y'all niggas. I would probably add Shakur over Keyshawn though. Good fight.
Hey, Darren, you didn't have a problem. I didn't hear you complaining when Terrence Crawford fought Delorme. I didn't hear you complaining when Virgil Ortiz just brought Delorme up to 154 pounds. I don't remember you complaining. Don't pick and choose.
Yeah, Terrence Crawford fought a whole bunch of people that y'all would criticize Boots like Julius and Dongo. That's I don't see.
Hey, yo, Charles said Boots is overrated. Ask Sean Porter. I agree. Ask Sean Porter after he sparred Boots. Is Boots overrated? Because he said otherwise. I'm just saying, Charles. Hey, Charles, make sure you subscribe too. Don't be arguing with me and you ain't subscribing.
Man, send a super chat, bro.
Hey, Cordell said, why was Boots aiming so high on that bag?
Come on, super chat it, super chat it. Super chat. That sounds like a stripper ask for bread. Come on, get these super chats. Come on, man.
Who
Throw them
said
super
Flax
chats.
or Nicholas Flies? Syfe.
Flax beats Flax.
You talking about Nicholas Flies?
Sean said that for
Who's
clip.
talking
I
about?
never listened to the full context. Key the dog 137 tank handful with roach up for
Yo,
grabs.
I watched that sparring session, and you know what I realized? Sean Porter is really fucking good, yo. Like
I was
you don't get a chance to appreciate skill level and the little subtle things that he does until you watch him up close. He is really fucking good, yo. Especially somebody that's been out of the ring for 2-3 years.
I seen Sean Porter spar in Vegas. I wasn't there for the booth session though. But Sean Porter, he probably stay active in the gym.
Yeah, Sean is really good, yo. Sean is a really, really good fighter.
Porter is definitely a fan now after that spar. Sean Porter been new about Sean. I remember even Sean Porter used to be around way back, like when he was like 7, 8, and 0. And he knew a lot of Philly fighters in the amateurs. Like Sean Porter been knew Farah and Pooh. He came up right under them in the amateurs. So he been knew like what Boots and them was coming for.
Yo, my man Blase Blas said take the gear off. Boots is regular and he's getting hit clean. Well, if Boots is regular, then why did 34 dudes lose and 30 dudes get knocked out?
What's the best spoon?
What's the best boot sparring that I've witnessed?
I seen a lot.
Hmm. Hmm. So Blase Blas. So 34 fighters were bumped, right?
If Porter
So
had power, he had beat Spence. Possibly. Porter gave
standing on. Wait. Do me a favor, real. Hey, Blase Blah. You tell me who's not bums right now. So when Boots knocks them the fuck out, then you have no excuse. Tell me the guys that's not bums. Go ahead. Hey, hey, Sean. That is a loaded question. Um,
yeah.
I'm gonna say there's a kid that trains. Well, that signed to Top Rank. That's a good sparring partner. He's a middleweight. His name is Yuri Cedeno.
Yeah, I seen there's a lot. I seen Boots spar like good. I seen him spar a guy J Rock, Conwell, Tiger, um, Truck. I was there for that. There for the Normans.
No,
Who else?
remember he asked for the best, and I said
Oh,
probably that I've seen, probably kid Yuri Cedeno.
yeah. I'm about to say I seen Boots. I'm just bringing up names. He sparred
Yeah,
heavyweights. He sparred B.Y. Jennings. He sparred Eddie Chambers. He sparred He sparred a lot of people that I have to keep on thinking. I seen him spar Blair. I was there for that. Who else? Boots. Of course, people like Paul Crow. I seen him spar. I don't know, I seen him spar a lot of people. You,
Hey, my
I was
man,
there for I was there for the what's the name when we set up what's the name from New York who spot the fight truck Jahad Tucker Jahad
mm,
Tucker I was there for
my
that.
man, my man Breon. So now what? Boots not fighting Tio. So back to trying to fight Brian Norman Jr. We gotta see. We gotta see.
Somebody said the biggest top pro. What do you mean by big? Oh, like weight? I seen him spar heavyweights. He sparred B.Y. Jennings and Eddie Chambers. I seen Boots spar them. I think he worked with Tight a little bit too. Damani Rock. Oh, dude.
Philly fighters don't move their head. Wow.
You must
Okay.
not see Boots move his head. Matter of fact, don't he be swiping like all the time? Thanks. Like I don't know what you be watching.
Bro, you gotta let him cook.
Yeah, I was there, and I was there. I mentioned Norman. I was there for Norman too.
I watched him spar twice.
I was there when he first came up. You know, so that's why when seeing him be running his mouth, I just be like, bruh.
Hey, RB the baller. Can Boots get undisputed at 147 pounds? Because it doesn't look like Mario Barrios is going to cooperate.
And I don't even think Pacquiao going to try to fight Boots. If Pacquiao beat Barrios,
Looks like Boots was holding his own sparring Canelo. Boots and Canelo have never sparred.
that was Pooh, his oldest brother.
That was like 10 years ago,
Yeah, that was
12 years
Pooh.
ago.
I remember when that happened too. That was Pooh. There was a couple people from Philly that sparred Canelo. Dynamite sparred Canelo too to get him ready for Floyd.
Blase blah. How about you tell me who's not a bum, and if Boots knocks them the fuck out, you'll give him credit. So tell me the fighters that's not a bum. Don't tell me who's a bum. Tell me who's not a bum. Because if you name the guys now that you already named that they're good fighters, so when he beats them, you'll give him credit. So Terrence Crawford is the only fighter that's not a bum. Get the fuck off the live, bro. Get the fuck off the live, yo. So Bud and Virgil. Who else? Who else isn't bums? So wait. So Stanionis is a bum, but Virgil's not a bum. What makes Virgil better than Stanionis? Go.
I seen Virgil spar before too when I went to
How can I said name the bro? You gonna name a motherfucker at 168 pounds, bro? Name the fighters 47, 54, 60 that's not bums, bro.
I seen
Name them.
Virgil I seen Virgil spar before too when I went up to Mikey and them camp
She,
in the
my
gym.
nigga's gonna say David Benavidez. What the fuck is? Come on, man. Like, bro, if you gonna troll the right way. Go ahead.
I seen Virgil spar. I fought Philly fighters in the amateur. Tevin Farber is the only fighter that fights like he's not from Philly. What do you mean? Tevin Farmer to me got more of having a Philly style by being slick. Fight Ortiz for a better next boots.
I love Jesus Ramos. I think Jesus Ramos is the goods.
Did you think he really beat Lubin?
Yeah, close though. Gerald, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate the love. R&B, you Boyachuk, go watch. I think Boyachuk's solid, but I thought Mike Fox beat him.
I didn't even get to watch that fight.
I thought Mike Fox beat him.
Damn.
Boots
Boychuk was the
ain't
one that
dropped.
dropped Virgil, right?
You said Boots ain't dropped who? You believe Conor Ben gives Boots a run for his money? Shit, I would love that fight.
Yeah, I think Boots would beat the shit out of Conor. Condor beat Virgil Ramos on Lubin. Yeah, I didn't even get
Virgil
to watch
did
that fight.
Virgil did go life and death with Boyachuk, bro.
Yeah,
Yo,
he
you
did.
know what's crazy? For the dudes in the chat, right? And Johnny, let's play a game. If Boots would have got dropped twice against Stanionis, would y'all have criticized him? If Boots would have got dropped by Stanionis twice and got a victory, got a controversial victory,
Yeah, they'd be like,
would y'all have criticized him and would y'all have called him exposed? Go ahead.
they'd be like exposed. Yeah, he's exposed. They say Boots is exposed if he get hit with one clean shot. Oh yeah, you seen him get hit with that right? I told you, man, he don't got no defense like that.
Okay.
But Virgil gets
So,
punched
so
on.
wait. So blase blah. If he did that against Stanionis, you would say that he got exposed. Virgil Ortiz got dropped twice, once with a jab, and arguably lost that fight against Boyachuk. And you criticize Boots for wide unanimous decisions against Karen, but you don't say shit about Virgil. That's hypocrisy.
Goes
Hey
back to what
Darren,
I was saying.
let me ask you a question. What makes Madrimov better competition than Stanionis? Name one person that Madrimov beat. Do that, Darren. Name one person that Madrimov beat. Go. Big Money, what up? Hey, Darren, answer the question. Name one person that Madrimov beat. Go ahead. Let's play a game. I like Carlos Adames. R&B, what makes Madrimov way better than Stanionis? Go. Hey, JR, what up? Just answer the question, fellas. I thought Sergey Lipinets, a former world champion, I thought he was good. I thought Stanionis was good. I think that Karen is good. I thought Castillo Clayton was good. I thought that Villa was good. I mean, y'all loved when Crawford fought Avanesian, right? They love that fight. They was like, I'm Black Current, BLK Prime. I'm a Black Prime supporter. The whole nine, right? That was a great fight. So Madrimov's movement. So because he has one aspect that makes him better, right? Who who has a better jab, Madrimov or Stanionis? Go. Who's a better inside fighter, Madrimov or Stanionis? Go.
If Stanionis lack killer instinct, what does Madrimov lack?
We supported Bud getting the easy bag. At least you're honest, my nigga. At least you're honest. But hey, Johnny, should we bring this up?
Did they pay for him, or and he ain't
I
paying
don't know.
y'all?
The biggest difference between Boots fighting David Avanesian and Bud fighting David Avanesian is Boots wasn't supposed to fight David Avanesian.
Yeah.
Avanesian was a fill-in opponent because Cody Crowley couldn't get cleared.
Yeah.
Terrence Crawford chose Avanesian. Actually chose Avanesian instead of fighting Earl Spence. You still see that they ain't named me one person that Madrimov beat? Name one person. It definitely was. Name one person that I can name you somebody that Stanionis beat. Stanionis beat Butai.
Yeah,
Name one person that Madrimov beat.
I
One.
was mad as hell because I put money down on Madrimov beating Virgil Ortiz too.
He
I was
went
tripped.
to like dudes give Madrimov props for not getting knocked out by Bud. Just like y'all did with Kavaliauskas. Y'all give anybody that gives Bud resistance, y'all call them this good or great fighter. Empty. Darren is a world-class hater. Let him cook. Gotta let Darren cook. You gotta let him hate, man. You just gotta let him hate.
They said whatever happened to Crowley. I'm not even sure.
Crowley had I think he fractured both his orbital bones in a fight, and I don't think that they ever healed correctly. You said you just giving us thumbs or break? That's insane, yo. Nah, let him cook, yo. The
Here we
Walkers,
go.
chill, YSO. They don't want to play this game anymore. Appreciate the $5 super chat. Hey, the Walkers, I just asked them one question. They still haven't answered the question. Name me one person that Madrimov beat. One person.
Didn't Madrimov fight somebody twice because he drawed or something like that? I need to push the Conor Ben fight.
Damone was good. GHB, what up?
Mastery is better than anyone Madrimov.
Y'all told me Madrimov was better than Stanionis. I just asked you one person that he beat.
They said Greg in the chat.
GHB.
Yo, Hackett. Who else? My man Dev Hall. What's poppin'?
His
What's
style
poppin'?
is just because you like his style better doesn't make him a better fighter.
Oh, Dev Hall said his style better.
A lot of dudes is mad because Teofimo Lopez wanted that payday. He want payday. He want payday. They
Now they
can't
could
get it.
break it off. They said stylistically, like be like, oh yeah, Madrimov could move and all that shit, but you can't put his accolades over Stanionis. Like, no.
He
But they
want
don't want to break.
payday. Hey,
All
yo.
head side boost is above average, but not top tier.
Hey, G. Let me find out T.O. need the monkeys in order to get paid. No, I thought you was a star. You top tier, right? You don't need the black guys to make money, right? You're on A side. Why do you need the black guys to make
An
money?
example on how he fought Virgil versus Crawford. Virgil just pulled out more dog in that fight. That was the difference with him and Madrimov.
I'm gonna say this with my soul. Fuck Tio. Fuck him.
Glad Boo's another Teal
Bitch
gave me.
ass. Fuck his bitch ass, yo.
Heck, it said ain't the zoo without the monkeys.
Bro. Now he can't buy no fucking bananas, bitch. You get nothing. Nothing. Eat a dick.
Man,
And no,
when Tio was in Philly, his dad was going around Poppyland, copping that hard. He a fiend. That's what Tio dad is, a fiend.
and normally I don't
They ain't
get
getting bananas in Philly. He go in there and get that. He get that rock. He get it served. They get served in Philly. They go right down Kensington too. Get served.
yo,
True story.
and bro, and normally I don't get involved in no, I'm politically correct because I am somebody that's in the field and I practice restraint, but this is one of those situations. Racism, I'm not going to tolerate that. So just because you attack us with racism, I'm not going to respond to whoever his people is, Honduran, Latinos. I'm not responding with racism because that's not me. I don't got that in my heart. I'm directing this to Tio and only Tio. Oh, and his nut ass pop.
Yeah.
Fuck him. Eat a dick and let him know Jamil Parker said it. Not YSM, Jamil Parker. I said it.
No, we want to speak facts though. Last time he was in Philly, he got served that rock, and they were snoring. His pop. He go down Kensington and snort. He go with the fiends. You know where the zombie laying at? Go grab up and snort. That's Teal's dad. Not gonna say him. He watches pop get served. They going to get served.
Damn,
His
Johnny.
pop be on that. That's why I was like, man, that's probably why he's saying that shit. They probably on that. So when he come to Philly, he goes to Kensington and gets served. That's facts.
Johnny rough, yo.
No, I'm speaking facts. You know, it's called monkey. He don't go to the black area. He stay. He go to Kensington, clap up his. That's what he do. That's his pop.
Oh, hey
You feel
Charles, I'm
me?
looking forward to that fight. Charles, Boots and Virgil. That's a great fight. Yo, and I'm pretty sure he don't say none of that racist stuff down in Kensington. You talk crazy about black folks, the poppies might smack you up.
Yeah, he just gets served. He gets served. He a good customer. I heard he here a week straight getting served. That's his pop.
Brian Norman cleans T.O. up.
I'm not gonna say the exact gym he go to. The exact gym is in that area. He'll go there, work out, and then go around the corner and get served. Like
You got a light 5 on that fight, Virgil by the 7th. Virgil against who? Mortazaev or Boots? Brian Norman stops T.O.
so, yeah.
Easy.
So if it was Boost versus To, they would have loved to go in Philly because during the whole fight week, his pop would have been down Kensington.
Johnny's a fucking super villain, yo.
But To versus Brian Norman is a good fight. Brian Norman just bigger, explosive, but To could probably outbox Brian Norman.
I got Brian Norman breaking T.O. down and sending him to the gulag, putting him on a milk carton.
But at least Tio dad will come to Philly just because he want that nose candy. But Brian Norman Sr., I don't think he ever coming back to Philly.
Hey Nate, Johnny won't let up on him, yo. Hey Greg, I know you wanted to see Tio get his ass whipped, right? Tio need to get his ass whipped in the streets. He don't need to get his ass whipped in no boxing ring. Because in the boxing ring, Tio gets to make millions, right? And so what that does is every non-black fighter is gonna look at that and be like, okay, well, if I say racist stuff, I get paid, which is a reward.
Man,
Beating
also,
somebody up is temporarily. Is that well, I'm sorry, beating somebody up is temporary. The pain they feel is temporary. Tio losing millions of dollars is gonna last his whole fucking lifetime. So you get no payday. No payday.
that Tank Roach Key get the Tino's clown. It's his pop. Can't say him as his pop, but he be watching his pop.
No payday. No payday. Exactly, big money. He gets nothing. Yeah, Josh. We ain't you gonna say something racist and then we crash out. No. Say something
If the
racist.
actual
Oh,
fight not good as Bruce Brian Norman would win by decision. I think if it went decision, I would favor Tio. I think Brian Norman, only way I could see him winning that fight if he hurts Tio.
I mean, my man Malik Datcher said, "Can y'all explain to me how snack isn't a PED?" I've actually been on
Mm.
snack, right? And did you know that Red Bull is a PED? PED is a very vague statement, performance enhancing drugs. There's a lot of stuff that can go under PED. The thing is, it's not PEDs, it's illegal PEDs. All PEDs aren't illegal. There's a lot of stuff that enhances performance.
Said somebody said Tio father and Schofield father are the most delusional, annoying fathers. Throw Brian Norman Sr. in there too.
Look,
But Norman Sr. ain't delusional. I don't think they delusional. I think they like to cover up. Because even with Schofield, with the whole Shakur stuff, Auntie Schofield.
as far as Bill, Brian Norman Sr., and Kid Austin's dad, I may have my criticism or not, but how I feel towards them isn't how I feel towards T.O. Pop. Fuck T.O. and fuck his pop. I may tease Kid Austin's dad, but that's just because he's hilarious.
Yeah,
What do you mean? Johnny, ask your core about my son. Ask your core about Kid. He's a great fighter, Johnny. He's going to beat your boy Tevin's ass. I promise you. I promise you. And the reason why we turned down Abdullah is because Oscar De La Hoya gave us 5 fights, $5 million. Johnny, we need that cheddar.
Ain't he dad the worst?
Bill
No,
Haney isn't on Devin Haney isn't on Kid's level. What are you talking about?
no, I would say senior is probably worse than Bill. Brian Norman, senior.
Ask your core. He knows about Kid.
Danny Zab, Mayweather, they dad's the best in the game. Man, I miss Angel being out front of media. You know, the media like kind of like, force him to not, take interviews and all that, man. Angel had shit on fire when he Kid Austin about to get his ass whooped. Yeah, I think Tevin Farmer got the style to tag him up. 3 fighters fight. 3 fights a year, 5 fights, 5 million, horrible deal. Again, he need that. Yeah.
Yo, Theo is just crashing out on Twitter talking shit about Turkey. And now he deleted all his tweets. Oh, T.O. Mm-mm. There's gonna be some slow singing and flower bringing. Yo, payday, man. He wanted payday.
He getting a BBL. He need that big money.
He called Turkey a dictator. Good
Damn.
luck. Good luck, dickhead.
They said Mount Rushmore of annoying dads. Annoying boxing dad.
T.O. called Turkey a dick. Bro, he's a dickhead. Good luck, man. Good luck. Hey, yo, we about to sound off, man.
Seeing you bring the views, very entertaining. They all them got something in common. They all, but not Bill Haney. Well, Brian Norman Sr. and Schofield got beef with Greg.
Hey, yo. Johnny, I appreciate you hopping on. We smoking on that T.O. pack. He's in his feelings. Racism does not pay. Eat a dick. He called Turkey a dictator. Good luck with what good luck with what comes next, Tio. Sound like you got bigger problems than us. But yeah, we out of here. Make sure you subscribe. Yeah, we don't condone racism on this platform, and that's across the board, right? Mexican brothers, Latino brothers, Asian, black, white, whatever, man. YSM is about brotherhood and love of sports. We can argue. Like I argue with the butcher, argue with who's my other man?
What's the boy Charles?
Yeah, Charles. And we argue HLD and somebody else. Yeah, but like regardless.
All right, I'm about to
Regardless
holler
enough.
at y'all. You know, you tell Mill, send me that bread, that be split, boy.
Yo, it's actually gas money. How about that?
No,
Gas
you
money.
lit. Yeah, it's lit.
All right. All right. Yeah, we out.
All right.
Appreciate y'all. Hit the subscribe button. Appreciate y'all hopping on, man. Love y'all. We out. Hit that subscribe button before you leave.